Hey, what's going on, guys? Eli here from the Freemelon Society, and we're going to be addressing a request that one of you guys had submitted to me. I thought this was a good idea because I have a personal experience with the issue. So the issue we're tackling is skin conditions. Okay, so let's start with just basically what the skin is. It's your largest organ. It covers your entire form, protects your internal environment from the external environment. It also releases toxins from within to the outside world, so it's a purifying, depurating organ, also largely responsible for temperature regulation. Okay, so let's not dwell too much on these types of functions. Let's get into skin conditions. So what's a skin condition? Now, because the skin is a detoxifying organ, it is possible for the skin to get overworked when it has to deal with too many acids and too many mucus forming products in the system. When the body is overburdened by more toxic waste and acidic waste than it can deal with conventional means of elimination, meaning through the kidneys and the regular eliminating organs, when those means are not enough to deal with what the person subjects itself to through diet and whatnot, it starts to use the skin as an emergency means of detoxification, okay? That means whenever you see a skin condition appear, whether it's something as simple as acne, or even not acne, just a couple different boils on the skin and pimples or whatnot, to something more severe and more chronic like a psoriasis or an eczema or whatnot, it means that your body is trying to deal with too much acid, internal acid, intracellular acid, and mucus forming waste. It's trying to deal with so much of that waste material that it can't do it normally and conventionally, so it is promoting it's promoting the skin to a new position in the detoxifying agency of the body. It's saying, all right, skin, I can't do all this on my own. You need to start, pulling your weight too. And so it gets the skin to start pressing out some of these toxins and poisons. Okay, so a simple pimple, for example, right? Person starts eating badly. The lymphatic channels start to get stifled, right? Start to get plugged up by acids and wastes. So the acids start to congest all of the channels, all of the lymph channels and the blood channels that go to the skin. The pores get closed up and coagulated. And that white pimply crap that comes out of a pimple is simply just waste, right? Or mucus. Mucus is released by the body in order to expedite the elimination of acids, right? So when acid is in the body promotes mucus so that it can help to get rid of the acid, right? Because the mucus is fluid-like, so it's trying to wash itself out, okay? You understand? If you've got something more severe like a psoriasis or an eczema, it's not just the skin that's getting plugged up and bogged up. Now the skin is actively trying to detox as if it were a kidney, right? As if it were a colon or something, or just, some sort of major eliminative organ. So when psoriasis or eczema or whatnot show up, you know that what's happening internally is a huge war between the toxic state and the non-toxic state. And the skin is doing everything it can to eliminate those toxins through the skin. And wherever it shows up on the body, it simply denotes that an area of weakness of the body where those acids are accumulating more readily for whatever personal reason. There's no way I could answer why it shows up on your neck or your elbow or what. These are personal things. They have more to do with nature's genius. Don't even ask me. The take-home message about this is that the skin is the external manifestation of the internal environment. If I'm a painter and I paint a beautiful picture of a bird, the bird had to exist in the internal environment first. The creative elements that went into creating the bird, they had to be developed in the mind first. Creation in the physical world does not occur before creation in a higher thought or mental world. And this relates to humans as well as nature itself. In order for something to become physicalized, it needs an internal creative agency first. So as the painter, I create the bird, but the bird had to exist in thought form first, okay? Or you could also say it needed to be an internal process before it became an external process. Your skin is exactly the same thing. It operates under the same principle. In order for an externalization of disease or impaired function to exist in the skin, there needs to be an underlying cause for that condition. There needs to be an internal condition so as to create the external condition, okay? This should make very, very simple logical sense. Healing a skin condition is also an internal process. It is not an external process. Yes, there are some external things and whatnot that you can put on your skin that might assist and help. But in the end, if you want to cure a skin condition, it has to come internally. The ways that we acidify and toxify our bodies from the inside that create external manifestations of sickness on the skin: eating incorrect food, eating meat, eating and drinking stimulants, coffee, tea, chocolate, all of that stuff. Eating grains, heavy grains, wheat, heavy starches and whatnot. Bad combinations, mixing fruits with starches, mixing fruits with proteins, mixing meats with starches, mixing meats with fruits. I think I already said that. All of these ridiculous combinations that are normal in culture, they're all wrong for your body. Eating too late when the body is in sleep mode. Eating too early when you're still in sleep mode and you try to digest. All of these things that enervate the body, that cause fermentation in the system. These are all the causes of the acid environment of the body. Oh, and one really quick addition, guys, skincare. Oh goodness. The stuff you put on your skin is so important. If it's in your house right now and you use it as skincare and it's not food that you can eat, get rid of it. Anything that you put on your skin, picture your skin like a mouth. So if you can't eat it, don't put it on your skin. Ladies, the makeup that we put on every single day, oh no. The most important thing I could say about this phenomenon of using makeup just to go out and be seen in society: ingredient reading literacy is of prime importance. If you only would read the ingredients in the stuff that you put on your face and were to understand what those things are, I almost guarantee nobody would do it. So in order to cure skin conditions, it is not an overnight thing. You don't just all of a sudden take a pill and your skin condition goes away. You have to systematically detox your system by eating the foods that are meant for the human being to eat and by avoiding the foods that human beings are not meant to eat. Okay, so you don't eat meat, eggs, starches, sodas, anything refined, anything packaged. Throw the entire packaged section of the grocery store in the garbage, right? All you focus on is the produce section. That's it. You concentrate on fruits and starchless green leaf vegetables, and you make 100% of your diet come from those two food groups. If you want nuts as well, you can do nuts, but you'd have to treat them very sparingly. Nuts will not aid you in detoxification. Will not. Nuts will end detoxification. They'll put the brakes on detoxification. Okay, they're far too protein rich. So you need to take them sparingly. Now, if you want to assist the detoxing process of the skin, something that is very good is dry brushing. Dry brushing is a great way to open up the pores and in a mechanical way cleanse the skin. So you combine your internal cleansing process with that dry brushing, and there are other techniques out there. You can research this, but in my experience, dry brushing was something that helped as well. And I have a personal story to tell you before I close off and sign out here. I used to be a vegan, and I was a vegan for a number of years, a long time, before I became fruitarian. And my hands, particularly my right hand, but on my left as well, was very dry. I always had chronic dry hands on my skin, and I just, for the life of me, I could not figure out what was wrong, what the issue was. For years and years and years, my hands were just always the driest part of my body. Sometimes it was bad, other times not so bad, but still there, never healing. And I couldn't figure it out because I was under the impression that, you know, I was vegan. I was eating well. I, you know, didn't have, my diet was pretty clean compared to most people. Okay, don't get me wrong. It was a very clean diet, but I was still eating starches and grains. So I was still having, you know, lots of sweet potatoes, lots of lentils, lots of beans, all of these heavy starches, you know, never once considering, hey, I can't eat these things raw, you know, without destroying them with heat. Does that mean I should be eating them as a human being if I cannot eat them as nature has provided, right? So these starches were acidifying my body with almost every meal, because I would have them with vegetables, yeah, which is the right way to eat starch. But I would just be having way too much, simply way too much, and I would always be acidifying my system. It was only until I removed all of that from my diet and became fruitarian that my skin condition healed for good, never to return. You know, could not heal my skin condition. Why? Because I did not identify the cause of the problem. And so long as you do not identify cause, you will always be the slave of effect. And now my hands are perfectly fine, perfectly smooth, you know, great skin, you know, no problems, right? Problems completely gone. So I felt this was a good topic because direct experience, I can tell you, yeah, it does make a difference what you eat. And when you start to eat in line with your nature, when you start to eat in line with truth, human truth, and morality and whatnot, your skin, your health, weight management, all the things that we worry about, these things they just pretty much go on autocorrect. And you're gonna be a much healthier human being. So I hope that answers some questions about skin disorders. If there's anything else, obviously, you know, leave a comment. I can address those issues below, or email me. I'm always open to helping people out. But I hope that gives a very general guideline on how to approach skin conditions. The truth is, it's really no different than any other condition, right? It all is an internal process. But when your skin starts showing the, you know, the toxic effects, then you know something's wrong on the inside, because the skin does not express sickness without internal impurification, okay? So anyway, hope that helps. I'll see you guys next time on the Freemelon Society.